Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Age Woman Podcast. I am that lady, Miss Nicole, coming at you today. And today I want to talk about warning signs and things that make you unattractive to men. A lot of times we don't know that certain actions that we show and things that we do really have guys like scratching their head at us and making them really not want to deal with us. So hopefully if I tell you some of these things, like maybe, just maybe, you might wake up to your senses and stop doing this shit. So, you know, the guy could not want to just put you in the permanent friend zone. You know, you want to be able to get this guy to want to purchase you. You gotta want him to want to take you off the marriage availability list. You know, if you want a man to assist you in changing your status from, you know, at least wifey, you know, you got to start off as something. But you definitely don't want to be just his friend. So if you want to remove yourself from that dangerous friend zone or that permanent side chick friend zone, here are some behaviors that you should not do to get yourself put in that situation. The first thing that you should not do is you should not have a bad relationship with your kid's father if you already have kids. Ooh, I know that's a bad one right there, right? But listen, a man who is sleeping with you knows that if you and him have unprotected sex, it's a possibility that he could get you pregnant. And he sees how you treat the current father of your kids. And he is going to judge you based on that. Oh, no, don't judge me. Everybody judges you. Everybody is going to judge you. Life is about judging. So don't be afraid of the word. I know y'all don't think that y'all opinion is the only one that matters. You know, but a man sees that. Just like y'all are always so hard on the men when they're not there for their kids. These men are hard on y'all because if you gave this man the one of the most highest honors you could give a man, which is a child, if you've given him a child and now like he's the scum of the earth, like a man is going to see that and he's going to be like, well, damn, if that's how you talk about him and that's how you treat him, why would I deal with you? Why would I want to be with you if that's how you feel? Because the same way you did him is the same way you're going to do me. And yeah, a lot of us say, well, it wasn't my fault. A lot of times they don't give a damn about that because how you speak and what you've done in the past reflects who you are as a person. You cannot turn that whole stuff into that real woman stuff because it's not. And it's a lot of things that y'all done set yourself up to be labeled as a whore that men are just not going to overlook. So another thing that you do that puts yourself in an automatic category of side chick forever is your attitude. A lot of y'all have very bad attitudes. Some of y'all think that y'all like God's gift to the moon, the sun, and the stars, and really you not. Ain't a damn thing special about you. You don't fart fairy dust. You don't do nothing. So I'm trying to figure out what the fuck is so special about you that you can just use, mistreat, talk to all kind of ways these men, and like they supposed to just take it. Like that doesn't happen anywhere. If a man is disrespectful and doesn't have any kind of regard for a woman, I'm the first one to be like, I'm not dealing with that. Because he don't have basic respect. Like you have to begin a relationship on something, and like respect is like just something that shouldn't even be said. And a lot of times the reason why these men have such hard time getting respect is because we don't even have respect for ourselves. We don't even understand that we have to carry ourselves in a certain level. We have to carry ourselves with a certain level just to get respect, period. Like we not interested in We act like we want these fairy tale relationships and these men to make love to us all night long. Well, a man got to desire you to want to make love to you. And if you always nagging him and being rude and hateful to him, guess what? He not going to desire to want to make love to you. Who the hell? He going to want to get the fuck away from you and go find somebody else to love on. A man wants something that's easy and comfortable and relaxing. You know what I'm saying? And you supposed to be his rest. If he puts you in his home, he decides he wants to be with you. Y'all got clothes together in the same place. Y'all dwelling together. You have an unadulterated obligation to make this man happy. What the fuck else do you think you're supposed to be doing with him? What do you think a man is for? He's not just there just to fulfill your sexual needs, but he's there to fulfill your desires. He is there for you to show how much of a woman you are by keeping him there. It takes only women gonna have men in the long term and for the long run. Because if you're not a woman, you're gonna be by yourself. Period. If you don't get your mind right, a lot of people don't have long-term relationships with their men for whatever reason. But a lot of time is because they can't seal the deal. You have to understand that everything with your man is not a war. Everything is not a battle. Some things that he should just win by default. His opinion, he wins his opinion just by default. I'm not about to argue with him about what he thinks, how he feels, and all this stuff. I don't have to. For what? Because no words that you're going to ever be able to say is going to be able to change this man's opinion. You know what changes opinions? Actions. Actions speak louder than words. Actions fix things. Actions show that you're interested and that you're willing to make the adjustments. People tired of you talking. They want to see you do the work. Do the work. You understand? I could talk about the Age Woman podcast all day long, but I live the Titus 2 and 3 Age Woman podcast. That's why I can talk about it. That's why I can coach you and help you get to where you want to be. But you got to just understand that this vast appreciation and this whatever gratification that you're expecting to get out of it, trust me, it's just not going to be that. Your life is just going to be whatever you make it, and you're going to have to appreciate the small things, love past the hard things, and just be a person. It's no perfect life. It's no perfect relationship. It's no perfect marriage. All we are just a bunch of people trying to come together to try to have something with someone. Don't nobody want to spend their whole life old and miserable and mad because they could never seal the deal and get nobody to love on them. One of the most rewarding, lovingest things that you will ever experience in your life is a relationship with a man that really fucks with you and cares about you. That's like one of the most beautifulest things in the world. And not because he loved you because you gave him kids. He loved you just because of who you are to him in his life. That's a beautiful thing. And you have to earn that. That's not something that's given. That's not something that should be taken for granted or mistreated or written off. Because when a man loves a woman, it's a beautiful thing for him, for you just to be available for him to love. A man wants someone to love like his mother, like his dad loved his mother, or like he loves his mother. He wants someone in his life, but what he don't want is a hypocritical hoe bag that expects him to bow down and get on one knee and give him all his love, but he not giving her that. You understand? And I noticed that a lot of men are wifing up their women these days. A lot of men making changes because it's strong brothers that's speaking out. But you don't deserve these men if you're not willing to do the work to keep them, because it's a two-way thing. If a man selects you, he's selecting you with the understanding that you know that with this ring and with his last name is rules to this shit. Is rules to it. Is rules to have this man last name and to have this man children. If you giving a man children, those children just do not belong to you. Those children belong to the two of you. And he should have just as much say-so and respect in them kids, like whether he got a fucking dollar to contribute or not. Because guess what? At the end of the day, we tricking up most of the money any damn way. So how you gonna be mad at him because he ain't got no bread? He barely got money to feed himself, let alone give you money to go to the hair store all the time. I don't give a damn if he ain't contributed no money. His presence alone is there. If you encourage and facilitate your husband, your boyfriend, your kid's father loving his kids, he gonna love them, and he gonna do whatever it takes to make sure his kids have what they need and be happy. Men are not bums. Men give up because we make it so fucking difficult for them to do the simplest things, because we got to have our fucking feelings and bad intentions all on the relationship. Just because he don't want us no more. Oh, he can't be a father to his kids. Oh, he got a new girlfriend. Oh, I don't want that bitch around my kids. See, you being hateful, and you are the cause of your own shit. Do you know how happy you would be if you just be like, okay, he got somebody, let me go find somebody so I can be happy? I know everybody saying that, well, if you're a baby mama, you can't find nobody. You can find somebody, because if you're co-parenting with your kid's father, that shows maturity. That shows if your husband and your kid's father get along, and y'all can forge out some kind of relationship where everybody get along, man, that is shit that you ain't never heard of and never seen before in your life. Instead of speaking negative about the kid's father, speak life into these men. Stop being so goddamn negative and so hypocritical, because they did not have the same privileges and opportunities that we had as women. We women were able to go out to college, go do this, take our time and learn. Nah, these brothers didn't have it comfortable. They all grew up different. My brother did not have my father there for him. My brother had to figure shit out on his own. And whatever mistakes and everything he made, I still love him to this day, because he my brother and he's here and he did the best that he could. Nobody gave him no instructions on how to be a man. Nobody didn't love my brother and try to guide my brother and help him get to where he needed to be as a man. So whatever his shortcomings is, we have to learn to accommodate our feelings and our mouth and accept the fact that, damn, they had it just as hard as we did. And just like you want to be understood and petted and all that, these men do too. They need our understanding just like we want their understanding. If you done been raped and molested and all that, so you just feelings and feelings and feelings and feelings, you want these men to understand all them 50,000 feelings you got. But when they come to some simple shit, is them telling you about they childhood and how they grew up, you don't even want to hear. You don't want to listen. You don't even want to ask follow-up questions to get an insight about the thing. You don't even want to know who you need to be protecting him from, who you need to have your radar up a God again. He telling you what's wrong, but you so fucking selfish, you don't even want to hear nothing that he got to say. How can you even expect a man to even want to get on a level with you any kind of way when you won't even respect and honor what he went through? Everybody got their own goddamn story, and we as women, we make our story clear, because we tell it to every motherfucking body. We tell it to the pastor, to the friend, and you live it all the time because you so simple-minded. You don't understand that just because we experience things, our experiences do not dictate how we live our whole life. Any day you could just wake the fuck up and just change that shit that you're doing right now. You do not have to continue in the foolishness that has been your life all these years. But the choice is that you choose to do it, because change is hard. Change is uncomfortable. You are going to lose fuckery from around you, and it's going to be boring at times. But that's why you find other things to do to make up for that boredom and that loss of running in the streets. Especially when your priorities, it's about, at the end of the day, what are you trying to accomplish in your life? What are you trying to be? What's going to make you happy? If a man is going to make you happy and you want to be a wife and have kids and all this here and go on vacations and shit, you better tune into the Age Woman Podcast. Because ain't nobody going to tell you they can tell you what not to do. They can show you what not to do. But I don't see none of these women that's bragging about 10-year strong relationships, 5-year strong relationships, how to deal with somebody that's from a different mind frame as you, how to live how to be a godly woman, how to love God and serve God, and how to love and serve your man. We can talk about it. We can discuss what we think it is, but do we do the work? Hell to the nah. Because I told you, you're not willing to put in that work, because you too motherfucking fast running these streets trying to live your American dream that is just a nightmare in disguise. I don't even understand, and like I said, if your home is happy and your husband is happy, continue, because a lot of us, it's a lot of me out there. It's a lot of women just like me who think like I do. It's a lot of women out there now stepping up to the plate, trying to enlighten some of you sour pussies and get y'all to understand that the men are the work. We are the accessories. Even everybody know that the saying is, behind every good man there is a what? A good woman. You understand? Behind every good man there is a good woman. When you see a man out here shining and doing his thing out here in the streets, a lot of time he got a good ass woman at the house that's just loving the fuck out of him and just telling him, you better work that thing, boy. You better work. You know what I'm saying? And y'all don't understand, for some men, that's like the most wonderfulest thing they could ever have. Somebody that just naturally fucks with them and cheer them on. Men don't come with cheerleaders. Men don't have cheerleaders. You see, they have to pay women to cheer the men on for the football games and stuff. Imagine your man got his own personal cheerleader. I don't give a fuck what he did wrong. I don't give a fuck what he said, how many times he called you a bitch. If you don't cheer him on, fuck you. Go sit down. Because you don't deserve him if you can't cheer him on. And we'll be right back after these messages. Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Age Woman Podcast. I am that lady, Miss Nicole, coming at you today. And as I stated, today we are talking about you disqualifying yourself. You know, disqualifying yourself from being a wife. You know, certain behaviors that men are just not going to overlook to entertain y'all. They're not, you know. Sometimes we get a pass, but sometimes our behavior just doesn't warrant us moving from just side chick to girlfriend to wife. And here's another thing that might disqualify you. You can't cook. You can't cook. Now I'm going to tell you, men like to eat, just like your ass like to eat. And men don't like to eat out all the time, because some men are frugal with their money and they don't like to spend their money. Now, if you balling and you getting fat YouTube checks, by all means, eat wherever the hell you want to eat at, do your thing. But a lot of men don't like, they don't like to eat out all the time. They like to cook. They like to cook. You know, they like you to cook. Or they like to cook. And if they like to cook, keep some food in the house for them to cook. If they're a foodie, buy some appliances and different things that y'all could do together to learn how to cook. Like, your ass need to learn how to cook. Because truth be told, men don't usually cook. Traditionally, women cook. And I'm sorry if you know that's just too much for y'all, because y'all too fly. But you need to damn learn how to cook. You need to at least know how to make rice without a rice maker. You need to learn how to set up a grill and how to grill. You know, you need to at least know how to do the basics. You should know how to fry chicken. And you cannot fry chicken in a baking pan. If you can't fry chicken, just go out and buy a deep fryer, a fryer or something. You know what I'm saying? And season the chicken, drop the chicken in the fryer. It's real easy. But some of y'all better not set yourself on fire, because y'all retarded and you ain't got no business in the kitchen. And that's a problem, because y'all got these babies eating noodles every day because y'all don't cook. The kids don't want McDonald's. Kids can't thrive and grow and be intelligent and have good lives being raised on McDonald's breakfast sandwiches and noodles. Like, y'all have to learn how to cook. You know, learn how to feed your children, how to feed yourself. You've got to learn how to cook, because like I said, men like to eat. You should at least know how to make. You should at least have 10 good recipes under your belt that you just that work with it. 10 good, and not just recipes, meal ideas in your head that you've executed for this man. What the hell else? If just like they said, I mean, a man gets you. What does he get? What do a man get if he choose you if you can't cook? He can't eat cootie all the time. You know? A man don't just want a man just don't want vagina. You gotta have something else to offer him besides sex, y'all. And culinary skills do go a long way with men. You know, especially if the ones that they can't cook. You know, some of them, they don't care. But even if he do cook, sometimes he do like you to cook for him. He might not feel like cooking all the time. And traditionally, the women are the ones who learn how to cook. But see, y'all was supposed to learn how to cook when you were a teenager. When you 13 and your mama hollering about you grown now, your sins fall on you. Nah, she should have been having you in that kitchen with an apron on, showing you how to cook rice. Showing you how to clean the kitchen. showing you how to become a woman, teaching you the foundational building blocks of being a woman. That's what she was supposed to be doing. But a lot of that didn't happen. So now in the later days, we don't know how to cook, but we think that's cute. And it's not. Especially if we got kids. Y'all, we got the fast food restaurants and stuff going to be closing down. And, because don't nobody want to work at Burger King and all that stuff no more. They're going to have to find out another way to get our business. But you ladies should learn how to cook. That should be one of your priorities. You should at least have 10 to 20 meal recipes, deals, ideas, and things that you can cook. And have it written out. On Monday, you can cook this and this, two recipes of 2 full meal plans for every day of the week. So that way you can just alternate back and forth. And then just flip it and, mix and match in different things. But you got to learn how to cook. Like, I can't even stress that enough. And you do need a cookbook. The reason why that you need a cookbook is because you want to make sure that those flavors are consistent and balanced. You want to make sure that the time is right. That you cooking it at the appropriate amount of time, that the right thickness and the right kneading and different things. It's a technique to cooking. So you definitely need a cookbook to instruct you on those things. Okay? I know that's like, oh God, I don't need a cookbook. You absolutely do need a cookbook. And the cookbook will help you perfect your cooking skills. Now, another thing that makes you possibly that could just totally ruin your whole life is if you are unclean and unkept woman. Now, men, I'm telling you, men can deal with a lot of things, but smelly coochies is not one of them. And it's embarrassing, y'all. And half of y'all stink because y'all just be doing too much. Half of y'all using that cooter like it's like it ain't got no mileage on it, right? So that's part of the reason why your vaginas be stink. You have to allow that thing to naturally detox itself. A lot of y'all real toxic on the inside, so a lot of y'all got a lot of bad body odors, and a lot of that is just, you need a break. You need a break. You need to let that vagina cool off and let it take a break so it'll stop stinking. Because a lot of that is just residue from too many cocks and cockadoodles and things. Sometimes you just have to allow yourself to detox naturally, not doing the steam bath and all that shit. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about naturally allowing your hormones and body to align properly and harmonious. Okay? Bad hygiene, not wanting to wash, wearing nasty underwear, you can't let your man, your period panties, y'all should be throwing the period panties away, period. After a certain amount of time, even the period panties is nasty, especially if they all stained up. Please throw them damn things away and buy some more. They got holes in it. Please get some more. You can't be wearing drawers with holes in it forever, right? You got to grow up. And, another thing is how you keep your house. Is your house nasty? When your man come over, is your pillows, if you got a mattress on the floor, you ain't wife material. If you got your man sleeping on the floor, on a mattress without a box spring, with no bedroom furniture in sight to be had, yeah, you a bum. You a permanent side chick. Matter of fact, you just a throwback. Because if you got all these pretty clothes, shoes, this, that, the first thing that a woman gonna do is set her up something nice in her home. She gonna set herself up a nice little palace, a little place to chill. Because a woman want a place to entertain her man. And she can't entertain her man in filth and sloppiness. That's just not possible. You want your man to come and be wooed by your skills and let him know, like, you're really that work. Look at this beautiful house I've created. And I'm willing to share this beautiful home with you. I need a king in this castle, baby. You see how clean it is? You see how the bathroom rugs match? You see I got my little towel set put in there, my little pillows and everything? I want to share all this with you, my brother. You know what I'm saying? I need a man. I need a king of this castle. That's how they be looking at it. And that's how you should look at it once you get your house set up. But you gotta set your house up. You gotta be clean. Men don't like nasty women. And it does matter, especially if their mamas was clean and didn't raise them bad. Some of them, it don't matter, but it should matter. It should matter to them and it should matter to you. Because guess what? your house and your environment. Cleanliness is next to godliness. We cannot continue to call ourselves queens and we living like peasants. We don't live in filth, period. So you need to make sure that you have a trash can in every room in your house. You need to make sure that your bathroom stay on clean, on fleek. You need to make sure you got a trash can in your bathroom that deal with them tampons. Your man should never know. Your man should never come to your house and your bathroom nasty, your kitchen nasty, and your bedroom nasty. You need to make sure that you got your clothes folded up and put away. You need to chill on all the wild and craziness of people coming to your house tearing up your shit. Why are you working if you're not investing in yourself and in a comfortable place for you and your man to chill? That's what the house for. After you get a nice spot for you and your man to chill, that's where he come and he be laid up with you all the time. Because you got someplace for him to chill. He don't want to go hang out with the boys. Because why? He got a woman that's cooking for him. He got a woman that he can lay up and be warm with, who understand him, who make him laugh. So he just going to be with you. And hopefully you and him to get together and move him away from all them people that's holding him back from being great. See, that's how y'all sisters don't look at it like that. A lot of us, we lose our men because we don't love our men. Because if we love our men, we wouldn't let our men be out here in these streets. We would tell our men, hey, watch your back when you around such and such. But the problem is we can't assess what they doing because we too busy out here being fuck-ass bitches, doing whatever we want to do, worrying about the wrong thing when we supposed to be worrying about ourselves. We always so heartbroken when we lose our men, but what did you do to keep them? Did you try to hold him down? Was you positive to him? No. Did you speak good to him? Did you try to love on him every day? No. Did you go to bed mad at him? Did you sleep with his best friend? Probably. You know? Can he have his video game without you always in your feelings and mad? No. I mean, and you notice, like, my conversation does not reflect about me. Because it's not about you. It ain't about you. See, you know who's supposed to be about you? He is. He's supposed to be about you. So you don't really have to worry too much about yourself, because he gonna make sure that you got what you need and you taken care of how you supposed to be taken care of when you allow yourself to be in that position. Because a lot of us want to be protected by our man, that we want to be loved by our man, but we ain't in a position to allow him to do that. Because we all out of order, our mouths fucked up, we say anything, we do anything, we not wifey material, we just girlfriend side chick material. And a man is not about to build, a man can't build nothing with a side chick or girlfriend. They need women. Men with potential and men who try to do something with their life, they looking for a woman. And some of y'all just don't have the skills to meet their qualifications. And as I've been stating, there are things that disqualify you from being a man's wife. And, you know, cleanliness is next to godliness. A man do not, whether they say something to you or not, trust and believe they are judging you based on how you roll. Everybody is judging you based on how you roll. So if you think that people just around you not judging you, you are highly mistaken. Everybody judges you. And that's a good thing. Because you should want people to judge you, because you should want to step your game up and be this queen that you keep claiming that you are. If a queen's actions have to speak louder than her words, because who the hell knows that she's the queen if she don't set herself apart? You have to set yourself apart to be noticed, to be mysterious to that man that's trying to court you, to see who you are and what you're about. You know? You say you love a man, but your man's stomach bloated and then distended because he ain't had a bowel movement all week. You don't give a damn about that. You don't even think about that because you too busy trying to stuff him with more fast food instead of having him a big salad ready because you went and bought some stuff from the grocery store. You know, like I said, we want to be wife, but wife, you don't even know what a wife is. You've never been that, and you've never seen one. You don't know how wives talk to their husbands because you've never seen a wife be in harmony and in submission to her husband. Period. And I understand because, like I said, I didn't see that. My mama and my daddy separated when I was a teenager. because my daddy got strung out on crack. And when my daddy got strung out on crack, for the rest of his life, all he loved was crack. I love my daddy more than he loved me. Well, I don't know. I can't say that he loved me more than he loved me, because I never know how my daddy felt about me. All I know is that he brought me here. So I feel like because he did give me life, because he gave me life, I have just the pure, utmost admiration and respect for him, because he gave me life. Without his seed in my mom, I'm nothing. So my dad will always have my respect, even though I didn't get the kind of love that I needed from him or I wanted from him. And part of that, like I said, because back then, the crack hit our family, our black families hard. And I'm one of them. My dad just, one day, it was good one day and it just wasn't good no more. And once they get strung out on drugs, it's hard. The whole family suffered, and our whole family suffered. A lot of us, we didn't have, I remember that after, my mom couldn't take dealing with my dad no more, she ended up putting him out. And that was like shortly after that, Christmas came, and that was the first Christmas we didn't get anything. Every year we would get something for Christmas, back when we was kids and everything. But that Christmas we didn't get anything. And, that was just a stone cold reality check. It was like, not only is there no Santa, but you didn't get a damn thing for Christmas this year, and your daddy gone. And we'll be right back after these messages. Hey everybody, and welcome back. And today we're talking about don't disqualify yourself from being with a man. Don't disqualify yourself from being a wife by your actions. And certain actions that we do definitely disqualify us from being a wife. Okay, it disqualifies us, because men look at those behaviors and they like, oh, those are warning signs. I can't deal with her. So you need to know that. You need to know that your conversation, your actions from the moment this man meets you is being judged and is being analyzed and is being processed and everything. I mean, anything you could think of, trust me, from the moment you meet this man, your interview begins about whether or not you're wifey material. Your interview process begins about whether or not you're wifey material. From the moment you meet him, he's judging you, and you're on an interview, and certain things that you do and certain things that you say has permanently disqualified you from being this man's wife. And today I'm helping you so that you'll know the next time you have a man interested in you, these are some things that men look for and warning signs that disqualify you from being their wife. Okay? Now, disrespect. All men will disqualify you as a wife if you are disrespectful to your kid's father or your father. Why? Because they know that if you don't have respect for your father, you're not going to have respect for your husband. All men know this. They know for a fact that if you can't respect and love your dad, no matter what kind of bastard your dad was, whether he was there, this, that, whatever. Because the only person who know why your dad not there is your mom. She know exactly what she was doing, when she was doing it, how she did it, that ran him the fuck off and not make him look back for you. Okay? So if we gonna be pointing the blame finger, we gonna point the blame finger at everybody. We gonna stop just making it seem like, oh, it was just dad who abandoned us. Nah, it wasn't just dad. Mom is a bitch. She is a bitch. She always been a bitch. She treated us like a bitch. We know she a bitch. We don't like her to this day. So of course, now that we're older and we understand relationships better, we're gonna stop giving dad such a hard time, because we know that it takes two to fuck up. Okay? And we don't know what kind of bullshit mama was on, because mama ain't gonna tell us the truth. The only person who could really tell his truth and the truth is mama and daddy. And a lot of times we only get one side of the truth. We want to believe everything that mama say, like her mouth is a prayer book. And a lot of times she be lying too, because don't no woman reveal all her secrets or her personal whole shit that she be on. So we just got to remember that and keep all that in perspective. So we have to, and regardless, respect him, because he made you. Without the seed of the man, we wouldn't even have the chromosomes that we got. We wouldn't be nothing that we wouldn't have nothing. Because you can't make a baby without a man's seed, period. So just have a general amount of respect for the man, because not only that, but biblically, God put the men over the females to protect them. You want to be protected, you want to be loved, you want to be respected, and all this shit. The first thing that you got to do is give some respect and some love and some gratitude and some appreciation to these men. We got to do it. We got to give some love and some honor and something to our men to let them know, hey, we know y'all had a hard life. Regardless to y'all hard life, guess what? We fucking with y'all. We rocking with y'all. We gonna be there for y'all because we was made for y'all. I mean, what the fuck is wrong with that? I ain't never seen women complain so much about loving a man. Listen, I'm gonna tell you what to do. If you don't want to love no man, if you don't want to be down with no man, good. But you're gonna be fucking yourself. So just be prepared to do that. You know what I'm saying? Just be prepared to be lonely, to be playing in your hoo-ha all day, because ain't nobody gonna deal with you. Because you bitter, you got all this built up resentment. That automatically is going to disqualify you from being a man's wife. Don't nobody want to play with a toy that has been broken. I'm going to say that again. Don't nobody want to play with a toy that has been broken. If you are broken, don't no man really want to deal with you. But some will try to clean some of the dirt off you, because a lot of them got dirt on themselves. And they like, well, maybe if I could heal her, I could heal myself in the process. Some men will take that approach. But some of y'all like wet toilet paper. You can't be helped, because no matter how much somebody try to uplift you, you don't want to be uplifted. You want to be miserable. You want to be bitter. You want to be hateful, malicious, spiteful. And that man, you ain't going to have no respect for him. You going to dog him out and mistreat him anyway. So you might as well just stay by yourself. Get you the biggest dildo you can find to make you happy, and keep shopping and pop locking and doing all this bullshit you've been doing. I mean, because that to me, that seems like that's what you want to do anyway. You're not willing to put in the work. You feel like it should be easy, like it should just come to you. What in this world that is worth something is just, you just have it just because? Nothing. Everything in this world has to be worked for. Everything is through trial and error. And once you learn that bullshit, I mean, y'all know what doesn't work in a relationship, because you ran through many. You ran through multiple guys giving them babies for some fucking reason. I have no idea. I mean, certainly your body should mean something to you. You just producing like you just a baby factory. I don't want to use protection. I'm going to just let him nut in me. And then once he nut in me, then we just have to figure it out after that. Nah, how about stop? How about just don't fuck first? How about communicate first, then let the fucking come later with some protection until we really understand what we're about and where we're going and what we want from each other. How about that? I mean, because that sounds way more intelligent to me than trying to work backwards. Okay, so we slept together this one night when we met. We went to the club, and now I'm pregnant, and now let's have a relationship. No. It does not work like that. That's that whole shit that we talk about. Nowhere in history do women just have babies from men and just go off into the night like, let's work backwards. No, let's first see if we can be friends. Let's just see if we like each other. Let's just see if we can have some good sex. Let's just see if we both like dogs. Let's just both see if we both graduated high school. Let's just see if we both got the same family members. Let's just see what side of town we come from. Let's just talk about what our future goals gonna be. Let's just talk about what we looking for in life. Certain things like that, instead of Netflix and chill. Netflix and chill. Netflix and chill done made a lot of y'all baby mamas. And I know you tired of being a baby mama. Who the hell want to be a baby mama? That ain't no pride in that. We came up with that term because there's so many of us. That's not a prideful thing. The real woman is the woman that holds on to her man and he stays there with the kids and they hold it down. And it ain't gonna be easy all the motherfucking time. Ain't gonna be happy all the time. It's gonna be struggling sometime. It's gonna be some tears. It's gonna be some misery. It's gonna be some. But guess what? All that shit don't have to be in our house. All that don't have to be between me and you. Because between me and you and our kids, we gonna love one another. We gonna protect one another. We gonna teach each other the Bible. We gonna teach each other how to respect each other. We gonna pay attention to our kids, and I'm gonna follow my husband, and my husband is gonna help me raise our kids in a loving and productive environment, and we're gonna be great. That sounds deliciously lovely to me. I don't know what else could be better than that. Who the hell want to stress? And then once you calm down all the outside fuckery out of your relationship and you home with your man, now y'all can really start to build and see where you want to go at with your future. That's when you really start planning and we gonna do this. Or maybe he interested in music and he want to make you a superstar or whatever. You never know what you could become with your man because you don't even set anything up for y'all to have anything. Because you bored, you still trying to live the love and hip hop life, which is all a facade. I mean, you got these women around here just having babies for checks. That's something. If you have a baby for a check, you done set yourself up to be fucking retarded. Because the last thing that you should do is be trying to set yourself up, getting pregnant from a guy to get a paycheck. How is you winning? How does that benefit you in any kind of way? Because his life don't change. He don't care getting out here paying money to he don't care nothing about paying you for having his baby. You know, the ones that got the money, they don't care about that. You know what happens? You ain't got no damn life. And you looking all sad and lonely. And ain't no man rushing to be taking care of another man's baby. So in the end, you're not winning. Danny Lee, she ain't winning. She sitting on Instagram. You done went and had a baby from a dude that don't want you. That you ain't had no relationship with. You ain't been there with him a year. But you done gave him a child. And now you on Facebook. Your baby pretty. Love your baby. But you ain't got no man. You just another baby mama. And now all that singing and all that music and shit you made, you still by yourself. So how are you any different than anybody else? Exactly. She not. And we'll be right back after these messages. Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Age Woman Podcast. Yeah. So I'm gonna be doing my little my singing intro. I'm working on a few little things, trying to develop my little stuff, y'all. I'm gonna give me a little singing. The Age Woman Podcast. That's how I'm gonna be. It's the Titus 2 and 3 Age Woman Podcast. I think I'm gonna do something like that. It's gonna be good. So yes, today we are talking about things that we do to disqualify ourselves to be a wife. Okay? Now, so we've talked about multiple different topics, and I hope you guys are listening, which I can only put it out there, and I know a lot of y'all not going to be feeling what I'm saying, but some of you will. Some ladies going to be like, man, I need to hear this here. I need to hear this. I need to hear it. So you can hear it. You need to hear these words that I'm saying to you. Because like I told you, I'm just like you. I bleed that same red blood. My mom raised me to be a fast mouth, feelings, watching the stories, Victor Newman, all kind of old bullshit. I had to unprogram myself from this ladies and become this wonderful woman, able to do shit that I didn't think I'd never be able to damn do, tell you the truth. I'm telling y'all, I wasn't raised to be no submissive woman. That's what made the shit so crazy. Like, I didn't even know I was supposed to be doing all that. I didn't know that I was supposed to be submissive. I ain't know I'm supposed to be loving and all this here. I'm thinking, I didn't even, I just didn't know. My grandmama taught me some things about, modesty and how women supposed to cover themselves up and stuff like that, but I didn't know. Yeah, of course, I'm going to listen to what my grandmama say, but, I didn't know what I was supposed to be as a woman. I didn't know my role. I had to learn, and a lot of my upbringing, I grew up in the church, y'all. I'm talking about before they got turned out. So, if you ever, the Bible is the basic instructions before leaving earth. Okay. It's the basic laws of just who we are as people. The Bible is a history book about people and how this earth became to be. Okay. So, and it's also, the Bible also can be based with history, archaeology, facts. So I'm not just basing my conversation just basically biblical, because I do have a bachelor's degree. Not that that matters, but I am very versed in a lot of different things, as you can tell, because my channel is very versatile. I can speak about a lot of different things because I'm a very wise woman. And when you're a very wise woman, you're able to speak and know different things about different topics. And that's just something that I've always been able to do. So one thing that is like super important to me is for you to understand that you are supposed to be appealing to your man. You are supposed to be appealing to your man. You are supposed to be appealing to your man. Femininity in its extreme form is the most appealing form to a man. A man loves a woman that is feminine, that is vulnerable. That's how you supposed to be. You are not emotional and damaged. Don't nobody want no crying weak woman. But you are supposed to be feminine, embracing your femininity. I'm telling you, I am an extreme feminist. I wear skirts every day. I don't try to assert myself authority over no man. I've never. I don't even try to I can't compete with no man. I always knew that I was going to keep me a man. I said that in order to keep you a man, you got to keep your mouth right. You got to know how to cook. You got to be willing to compromise and be ready to be a servant, knowing your role. Your role in life is not to be out here being a boss chick trying to lead the world to a brighter place. That is not your destiny, especially once you've had kids. If you've had children, you should be leading your house. See, we have to start off small, because like a lot of time, us as women, we ready to take on the world, and we can't even take on the simple shit at the house. We can't even figure out how to get little Johnny in school right and get little Tabitha how to read. We don't even know. But we out here trying to be all the Stacey Abrams and Candace Owens and all this. Go home and let your works be known from your house from the bottom to the top. Go hard loving your family. That's what our community needs. Stand down in your community for being pro family, pro loving your husband, pro quality of life, pro coming together, pro stopping the violence. Make differences locally. Don't try to, you don't have to lead the world. You can just lead your house. Lead the world and showing how submissive you could be to your husband, how much you just overly love your husband, how you just overly love and are there for your kids. Like, we need mamas and stuff. We need to see more of that shit, because that's the stuff that's just totally missing from life right now. Because everybody out here, all you see is people chasing the bag. So small time, normal life where people going to the grocery store, living regular lives, like that's not normal to people. We're supposed to be living some kind of fairy tale, magical fairy dust land or something. I don't know what the hell we think about. All we thinking about is killing each other in these streets. And that leads us to absolutely nowhere. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to get back on topic. Now, another thing that disqualifies you from being a wife is your attitude. Your attitude about life, your attitude about how you feel about men, your attitude about, just how you was raised and your education, and just generally you and your perception of things will disqualify you from being a wife. A man does not want a fool. A fool ain't got no business raising no kids. A fool ain't got no business doing nothing but sitting their fool ass down somewhere and chilling the fuck out. That's what a fool should do. Now, if you a fool, I'm not even talking to you. A fool shouldn't even be listening to my podcast because, well, a fool should be listening to my podcast. A fool should listen to my podcast because I could even help a fool step their game up to a certain extent if they want to. Because like I say, it all begins and ends with you. Because you can sit here and find everything wrong with what I'm saying, but what am I really saying that's wrong? What I'm doing in my talk is giving you practical ideas that I can plant into your head to make you think different. So what? Society tells you that you're better than this and this and that. You not. Because a woman is only known by her works. If you known in these streets for fighting, you ain't shit. If you a single mother hollering about I'm independent and all this shit, that don't mean nothing. Because you really not serving nobody. And you supposed to be, number one, the most important thing is providing your kids with a family. Especially if you done decided to make kids. I just can't stress that enough. You cannot, don't be in nobody's face if you ain't got your home in order. Don't be in nobody's face if you can't at least tie down one of your kids' daddy and get him to be with you. Don't be in nobody's face talking that stupid shit if you ain't been in a relationship longer than a year. Don't be in nobody's, matter of fact, don't be in nobody's face talking if you ain't been in a relationship longer than 7 years. Because you don't know too much, period. If you ain't been in a relationship longer than 7 years, sit your ass down. Because you don't know nothing. You have to live with a person to really find out who they is and how to deal with them. You have to be with a person every day. Be faithful to that person every day. Take your ass off the market for that person, not just keeping a foot out there because you scared something might happen. Nah, you forget about that life outside in these streets. When you in a relationship, you put all your energy and effort into making those kind of relationships work, because that's what's important to you. You have to have tunnel vision to get a husband. But y'all focus be all over the place. Well, my friend Sasha and my friend this. That's why you don't have nobody. Because your focus is hair, nails, and bullshit. Baby mama, baby daddy bullshit. That's what your focus is. You don't give a fuck about nothing. Joe Biden be giving y'all money. Y'all tricking that money up harder than I've ever seen it done in my life. You have no direction. And the problem with a lot of us is men give us direction and men bring order to our lives. And a lot of us don't like order. We don't want to clean up. We don't want to be women. We want to be ladies and little girls. And men need women. Once you have a baby, you are obligated to step your ass up and become a woman and sit down somewhere. But a lot of y'all just not going to do that, and to the detriment of our children. Our children have become motherfucking tyrants. Robbing, killing, murdering. I mean, these are our kids out here just fucking doing the most. And we sitting at home like I ain't got nothing to do with it, waiting for the phone call that somebody done got their brains blowed out, when we could be doing preventative maintenance from the beginning. The first thing that you need to do is make sure that your child respects authority from birth. They respect authority and know who authority is. Authority is daddy, and second authority is mama. But y'all don't want to hear that, because once again, I told you didn't even give them a chance. It's not about the relationship for you. It's the relationship for your kids. You should be woman enough to be able to put your feelings aside and say, I really want my kid to have their daddy in their life. I'm going to make it as comfortable as possible for my kid's father to come and see his kids. I'm not about to go down there to them white folks and put them in our business. I'm not about to put him on child support. I'm gonna encourage him and let him love his kids, and through that he's gonna want to step his game up and help me. And I'm not hurting because I get all the welfare and Section 8 shit I could possibly stand. So I don't know why I'm even chasing that down. You don't have to do these things. We do this because we greedy and we selfish and we don't care about who we hurt. All we know is we hurt, so we gonna go hurt somebody else because we so petty. But all the petty people, I want you to just kill yourself immediately, because petty people are just petty people are a problem. Anytime you refer to yourself as petty means selfish, petty means self-centered, petty means corrupted, Petty mean worthless. Petty mean useless. And you are not petty. Step your game up. Stop giving these men such a hard time. Set yourself up in a position where you could be loved by a man and respected by a man. But the only way that's going to happen is if you do it first. And with that, I say shalom.